Our top story tonight, Arizona lawmakers are split in the nation's capital over Middle Eastern refugees and national security.
That's after a contentious debate over background checks for people fleeing Syria and Iraq.
Cronkite News reporter Charles McConnell is tracking the latest live from Washington.
The House voted overwhelmingly in favor of a bill today that would halt the admission process for Iraqi and Syrian refugees, as well as any refugee who has been present in either of those countries since the Syrian civil war erupted in March of 2011. The Arizona delegation voted 6-3 in favor of the bill, with yes votes from all 5 Republicans and Democratic Representative Kyrsten Sinema.
The bill today gives one more level of assurance to the American public and to governors and mayors around the country.
Assurances that the refugees entering the United States are safe, a major concern of many across the country.
It's a good start in looking at national security and making sure that the refugees that we're bringing in this country are safe, reliable, and want to be part of the American way of life.
47 Democrats crossed party lines to support the Republican-led bill, and Sinema hopes that President Barack Obama will reconsider his promised veto if the bill arrives on his desk.
I urge the administration, along with many others, to embrace this modest change of certification.
The president has come under fire recently from Republicans for what critics say is a weak policy toward ISIS.
Now we're seeing the results of that gutless, tragic, cowardly policy. And unfortunately, it's the innocent that are having to pay for it.
Democrats say the bill represents a departure from American values, however, with Representative Ann Kirkpatrick saying in a statement, "America must always hold its lamp high as a beacon of hope and opportunity. We must not succumb to fear or paranoia, and we must welcome these huddled masses yearning to breathe free. This is who we are." In addition to screening by the Department of Homeland Security, potential refugees must now be approved by the FBI and the Director of National Intelligence. Live in Washington, Charles McConnell, Cronkite News.
Following the attacks in Paris, Arizona Senator John McCain is calling for an international coalition backed by at least 10,000 American troops to destroy the Islamic State on the ground in the Middle East.
What should now be clear is that ISIL is determined to attack the heart of the civilized world, Europe and the United States, that it has the intent to attack us, the capability to attack us, and the sanctuary from which to plan those attacks.
He also called President Barack Obama's rhetoric embarrassing on sticking to a failed strategy to defeat ISIS. While Senator McCain was focused on ISIS abroad, Arizona Governor Doug Ducey said he is focused on the state itself.
This is not a partisan issue. This is a simple issue of public safety. And as governors, this is our first concern for the people inside our state.
Ducey's office said legitimate questions about refugee screening persist. This comes as the FBI confirms to Cronkite News that 6 men from Afghanistan and Pakistan were caught with smugglers along the U.S.-Mexico border. The FBI says the men were questioned by the Joint Terrorism Task Force and are now in the custody of Immigration and Customs Enforcement.